Emma Lee Garcia from Edinburgh North. Gloria Martinez, Westlaco. Lisa Palacios, PSG North. Teresa Perez from PSG North. Brianna Rios from Edinburgh North. Daisy Garcia, Edinburgh North. Alexis Medina, Edinburgh. Giselle Aguilar from PSG Memorial. And Katrina Luera from Wesco East. Scheduled to run the 800.
One of the girls that you'll probably see, at least on the Longhorn Network in the next couple of years, is Alex Cruz. She's got one of the she's I think one of the fastest times this year. She's and she's a mile, or she's more of a mile or 2 mile, but she's running the 800 meter today, and she's got the fastest time with 2 minutes and 14.20 seconds.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
She's 7 seconds ahead of second place.
Yeah, and she was being courted by a lot of schools across the entire country. Actually, was invited to the Nike. I can't remember what they call it, but it's basically a Nike Invitational up in Oregon.
Oh yeah, that's where Nike started.
Yep.
Bill Braverton, and that's the start of the Varsity Girls 800 meter run. The young lady that Jake is talking about is out there in lane 8. You see her there all by herself, and once she crosses those cones, she's going to be able to cut in. You know, you may after 200 meters, it's in an 800. You don't usually say this, but she's already comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, and she's not tall. You know, usually you think a long distance runner, long legs. She's short, but she has a kick to her, and she's almost she treats every meet like a, you know,
the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean she does. You know,
well, that's why she's good.
Yeah, and it's hard to beat her just for the sheer fact that she doesn't take a day off.
You know, there was a short-legged young lady that ran right here and then ended up at the University of Texas. Named Jenna Cuellar.
Yes.
Ran right here at Wesco High School. So there she is at the end of the first lap at about 1:04. We have the result of the JV boys 800-meter run. 6th place, David Burciaga from Wesco East. 5th place, Alan Tovar from PSG Memorial. 4th place, Nathan Torres from Edinburgh North. 3rd place, Roger Acevedo from Wesco East. 2nd place, Brandon Perez from Economides. And the winner of the boys division, George Molina from PSG Memorial with a time of 2 minutes, 1.66 seconds. And
she's got about 20 yards right now.
Oh yeah, she's in her own race. And Jake, be honest, she won't be touched in the area either, will she?
No, but there is a girl from Edinburgh North. I have to remember her last name, but Beth. Alex was actually disqualified right before state because she impeded a runner, which was a shame because she didn't get to go to state. Beth Ramos. Yeah, so she actually was DQ'd, and which was a shame. But shortly after that, she got invited to the Nike Invitational, so it wasn't too big of a loss.
But she won't be touched.
No.
She's a shoe in the region.
Yeah, and so at least in the 800 meter right now, because I don't see Beth Ramos in this. So
right, yeah, I was going to say there's nobody within 7 seconds in this race.
And this is a brutal race because you have to run it almost like a sprint because.
Well, that changed in the late 70s, early 80s. It kind of went almost to a sprint. I know in the college level in the boys division, they're breaking 150 in this race.
Yeah,
a lot of runners are breaking 150. So I mean that's pretty crazy to me to run that. You're almost running a negative split there, and what I call a negative split is you're coming back the second lap faster than you ran the first lap. That's hard to do. But Alex Cruz here is cruising. And I'm sure we'll get to see her again in the mile, Jake.
Yeah, and she's an incredible athlete. I get to see her almost every day. She comes in,
the part I like.
Right, she actually has a whole diet.
But you're describing a person who eats right, who works hard, who has no ego, who runs every race like it's her last. And as a coach and as a parent and as a fan, that's the kind of people, and she's the wrong size and the wrong height for the race. She's got no reason to be as good as she is other than she is chosen.
Mm-hmm. And you remember, there's we've seen that before. Dat Wen, in football. You see these guys that aren't your prototypical football
I saw
players.
that when playing high school at Rockport.
Yeah.
He was more of a running back.